What's going on there, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? And it's time for another episode of P&Q. This is the question and answer series where you get to ask me questions or make comments and I respond the following week. I've just got a text. Oh no, not a text. Turn that phone off. Right. Okay. I'm going to leave this in because things like that happen. Anyway. Yeah, you get to ask me questions or make comments. You can do this one of two ways. You can either pop your questions or comments down below in the comment section below this video, or you can email me directly at miniwarzone@gmail.com and I'll put a link in the video description below. That way you will be responded to in an anonymous fashion, i.e. I won't reveal your identity. If there's any reason you have to do it that way or want to do it that way, that's entirely up to you. I've got 2 emails this week. So we'll start with those first. Okay, so starting with the emails. Right. Greetings. As it is October, yes it is, could you read out the next question in your best Orky voice? Smiley face. That's something I haven't actually tried properly yet, but from what I've heard everybody else do, they sound like Yoda. Okay, I'll try. Okay, so next question, which is the next email, in my best Orky voice. Okay, I'll try. Hi Pete, I like your studio updates. So what will be the first thing you do in your new Palace of Awesomeness? Smiley face. God, I definitely need to work on that. Yeah, I have to work on my orc voices and my wargs. I'll read it out in my voice. Hi Pete, I like your studio updates. Thank you very much. So what will be the first thing you do in your new Palace of Awesomeness? We'll have a toast. We'll have a get together and a little toast saying yay to Mini Warzone. That'll be our kind of a little pre-party thing. Might do some food or something, you know, that'd be cool. Bit of a buffet going on, you know. Yeah, get people around. Yeah, I like a good idea. Formulating an idea. Anyway, on to the comments left from last week. Oh, excuse me. And I've got my fleece on because I'm quite chilly today. Refusing to put any heating on though. No, not yet. That and it's, you know, I haven't put enough money on the gas. That's another story. Anyway, JamJar34 says, great video, Pete. Loving the series that are coming from you. What series are you planning next? Hope the weather gets better so you can get the studio up and running. 3 smiley faces. Cheers, buddy! What series am I planning next? I've got a few in mind. I'm always thinking of new things that I can be doing. Yeah, I won't say too much more, but I've got a few things in the pipeline. Which, you know. Obviously keep going with the ones that I'm doing and seem to be reasonably popular. I want to do more tutorials and I want to do more project video series as well, like, you know, an update on things. So I definitely, I started it a while back, but I definitely want to get into doing more fluff videos for 40k because I'm really interested in that kind of thing. So that's, yeah, look at doing some of that. Yes, you know, I go doing some terrain stuff because that's my weak area. I reckon I can have a go at it anyway. Yes, but yes, I have got other series in mind. Not those ones either, but we'll see in hopefully not the too distant future. Thank you for your question. Old Fox says, "G'day, Pete." G'day, Old Fox. As far as models are concerned, what are your thoughts on each of these materials? Metal, resin and plastic. Well, that's a good question. Very good question. Well, as I work with all 3, what are my thoughts on them? They've all, well, to start with, they've all got their place. Metal, I like metal infantry. I think they're good, and, you know, single figures. I think metal is good for smaller scales and certain inventory in the 28mm scale too. But I think if you go smaller than that, I think metal is a must. I don't think metal works very well on things like vehicles and bigger items. But that said, I've got a few 40k figures which I wish were in metal. Like, for instance, I've got Mephiston, Blood Angel's librarian. He is in fine cast, so I just cannot get his sword right. So I'm always on the lookout for a metal version of him. Plus, he's a character. He's an important character, so I want to feel a substantial feel to him when I move him around the battle table or the battlefield. So yeah, it depends on the company that produces the metal. Some are better than others, a lot better than others. I particularly like Perry's. I think they do great looking miniatures. Their sculpts are beautiful. The North Star Military Figures series, the company, they do great stuff as well. Then I've also seen, I can't think of I'm not going to diss any companies, but I've seen some ones with poor sculpts and they just don't look good at all, and it's a lot more difficult to fix errors in your figure on a metal figure. It's a bit of a pain sometimes. You've got to pin things, which I have to do with some of my Hordes armies. I wish they were, because some of them are bigger, a lot of creatures in there. I wish they were in plastic. So moving on to resin. I think resin works best with things like terrain and buildings or tanks, because they're kind of squarish. I think they make good, although they can kind of warp. So you've got to watch what you're getting there with resin. I suppose resin probably is my least favourite, but I do think they make good terrain pieces. I've got a couple of great terrain pieces in resin. Yeah, and they feel quite chunky as well. They paint well. I think you can get good detail on it. But I suppose my least favourite would be resin. I mean, the Citadel fine cast that they came out with, I wasn't a fan of. Still not a fan of. It's all right on small figures, but not with things like spears and fine things like that, because they just warp. Then plastic finally, which is my all-time favourite, because I think plastic suits all areas: infantry, vehicles, terrain. I love plastic. It's easy to convert. Gluing is super easy because you get plastic glue which welds the plastic together, and it gives you a lovely amount of wiggle time. Like if you put an arm onto someone's shoulder, it's not stuck there instantly. You can glue the whole thing, all these other limbs and bits and bobs on, and then work out as it's drying how to pose it. It's beautiful. You just need to get the hang of, and this is a beginner's thing, not putting too much on. When I was a really beginner, I put too much glue on this to glob it all over, and it just ended up as a melted mess. So you don't want that. Tiniest amounts of glue. What else? Plastic's great. If you drop it, it just bounces most of the time, and if something does snap, it's easy to glue back on again usually. People say, well, no, that's not about it. I was going to talk about the glues, but that's going on to another topic. No. So yes, I mean, I like all three. Plastic is my favourite, like I say, because the detail is phenomenal on plastic. Metal is good for things like my bolt action. I started getting metal figures for that now. And I love my Ronin figures. They are absolutely gorgeous. And I've got a load more to paint up yet. I think they're great. Yeah, just one-off figures as well, like different things. I think they're fantastic. the sculpts and moulds nowadays that are coming out are just brilliant. Like I said, they've all got their place. I think the metal's better for like smaller infantry and things like that. Like I say, smaller scales. I don't think plastic would be very good for small scales. Too fine, and nor resin. So metal for smaller scales, resin for blockier things, terrain and buildings. But when it comes to terrain, I'd rather learn how to build my own out of other materials. That's what I'm hoping to learn. And plastic, like I say, I've got terrain in plastic. It's fantastic. And as you know, I can pick up models and just, I know you can't see it here, but I can just look at the detail on this plastic model. Absolutely fantastic. That's more than enough, you know, goodness for me. So yeah, thank you. That's a great question. Thank you very much, old fox. Right, moving on to Idic Beer. Says, great answers, Pete. Yeah, well, being able to wet blend has to be the ultimate goal. Yeah, it's tricky, very tricky. I think I've only ever managed to pull it off once, and that was kind of an accident. The terrain is looking cool. Oh, thanks. So my question is, will you be entering my next terrain building competition next March? I'll try. I'll have a go. I wasn't really confident enough last time. I'll do my best. That's all I can say. I don't think I'll be winning anything, but I'll do my best. I'll have a go. Archer's Gaming Bit says, who do you feel would win in a fight? Thor, Marvel, the Emperor, 40k, or the Emperor, Star Wars, Superman or Hercules? And he puts another comment on saying, plus as well, thanks for the answer. Well, Thor is supposed to be like a god, isn't he? The Emperor 40k, he's pretty damn good. The Emperor Star Wars, no. Superman or Hercules, no, neither of those. I think it's between Thor and the Emperor from 40k. And I think the Emperor 40k would win. Because somehow he would pull it out the bag. He would... I don't know, because he is the pinnacle of mankind's quest for godhood. You know, he's the pinnacle of that. He's the pinnacle of perfection. He's as close to perfect as we're supposed to be able to get. And Thor, I don't think he's got the killer instinct in him. Yeah, the Emperor 40k. That's my answer. Spider666 says, sorry matey, I got distracted during the video. I must have missed the answer. Oh, that was to do with asking me a question that I've answered a few times before, and I answered it on that video. Yeah, I get it. Had a bad fibro day last Monday. Things weren't sinking in. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling a bit better now and not in quite so much pain and stuff. That's sorry to hear that. It's only banter. I was only bantering. Have you played the Warhammer 40k Regicide video game? If so, what do you think? If not, why? No, I haven't, I'm afraid. Why? Probably because all my time, my spare time, I devote to this hobby. I used to be big on video games years ago, a long time ago, but now all my spare time is taken up with this hobby, and I do mean all my spare time. Well, the only other thing I do apart from my normal duty is editing my my wife's novel that she's written. So I'm editing that at the moment, chapter by chapter. Other than that, it's all this hobby. But yeah, I hope you're feeling better soon. And all the best, Spider666. That leaves me to my last question, which is from Crew Orange Lasilicus. Says, is Mrs. Mini Warzone looking forward to having a room back in the house? Oh yeah! Yeah, baby! What will your current hobby room become when your studio is finished? And are you planning to have a bed and tea making facilities in your studio for those long haul sessions? Well, let's take it one at a time. What will this current hobby room become? It's going to be a walk-in wardrobe for my wife. It is going to be a walk-in wardrobe. Wall-to-wall clothes and racks and shoes and goodness knows what else. And that's fine. You know, I'm fine with that. She deserves it. But not with me. Am I going to have a bed and tea making facilities in the studio? Well, I'm definitely going to have tea making facilities in the studio. Bed, don't know, I might have a futon, possibly. In the fullness of time, we're getting, you know, toilet facilities and all that kind of stuff up there, and sinks and goodness knows what else. That's in the fullness of time. This is kind of a lifetime project, if you like, that's going to be done in stages. First stage, getting the studio built. Second stage, insulating said studio and painting it up nice. Third stage will be the adjacent building, sorting that out, deciding where we're going to have the toilets and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's all happening. And that, my friends, is it for P&Q this week. As you know, I did say I was recording this over the weekend, so although this is going up on Monday, that's only because of building works that are starting on Monday again. I figured the disruption would might interfere with my P&Q episode, so yes, but I did let you know that. But putting the P&Q out every Monday without fail. Thank you, my friends. Thanks for watching. Happy wargaming. Stay safe. All rushes lead to war.